quality, we will go into the development system. In the development system, we will be provided the SPRO access. So whatever you want to do in SPRO, you can do in the development system. This is a system which should be kind of a taste system. Okay, so whatever you do here, you have to first taste it on your own. Okay, just take an example. A new company you want to set up. Okay, this is already, let's say Amazon is already doing the business from last 20 years. SAP is already being used by this customer from last 20 years. Now, Amazon wants to add a new company code. They have acquired a new company and they want to bring this new company in their SAP system. I will not directly go and do in the production because if something goes wrong, the business will not be able to continue. The system will not be able to get the new orders and the website can go down. Right? And that is the reason we don't want to touch the production. What we will do is we will create that company in the development system. Okay. And once we created that company in the development system, we will do end-to-end testing, whether it is working fine or not, whether whatever is a business requirement customer has gave, whether those things are working fine as per the requirements or not. So many times you will find, no, it is not working. So again, you will make some changes. Again, you will test. Again, you will make changes. So it is not a very straightforward activity. You need to do a lot of iterations. So you will do something, you will test, you will find, no, it is not working as required. Again, you will make the changes. Again, you will test. But ultimately, once you complete your iteration cycle, you will finally decide that, yes, it seems that whatever was required has been achieved. So once you are 100% sure that yes, this is exactly what was asked by the business and we have developed it, we have created that in this development system, then you will move this thing to the quality system. What is the purpose of the quality system? In the quality system, the actual business users will test before it is coming to the production. They will test here itself and they will verify whether it is matching the quality requirements or not, whether it is matching the business requirements or not. If it is not matching, then they will not move it to the production. Only if it matches in the quality, then only that part will be moved to the production system. Right? Because we don't want to move any errors into the production because it has a huge impact. If you move something wrong into the production, as I told you, even if 5 minutes of business system down, you cannot expect how much would be the business loss and who would be responsible. You would be responsible as a consultant. That is the reason this production system should not be touched. Development system is a system where you will be doing all your configurations, you will test it, and from development system you will move the things to the quality. You will ask the users to check in the quality. Why you are asking them why you are not moving directly from development to production? Let's assume you have done some changes here. You have tested everything is working fine as per your understanding. And you, after your testing, you moved into the production system. And due to some reason, it resulted into the error in the production system. Who would be responsible? Who will take the who will be the responsible person for this big error? What do you think? Who has done these changes? You have done it, right? Consultant will be blamed, right? Because consultant has made some changes, right? Consultant will be blamed that you moved wrong changes and that is the reason it resulted in error. Okay. The problem would be what the production users will tell that we have given some requirements. Consultant has understood it wrongly. They have developed something and they moved it to the production. And that is the reason it resulted into the problem. So what is the right approach? What should we do? That is the reason there is a quality system in between. What is the purpose of the quality system? As a consultant, whatever activities I have done in development, I have copied that in the quality. It is business users' responsibility to check this in quality. Okay, as a consultant, my responsibility is moving from development to quality. Okay, if anything goes wrong in quality, no problem. It is a testing server, no need to worry. But it is a business user, even if he finds some error, there is no business loss. If he's finding any errors, he will come back to the consultant and tell them, okay, this is not meeting my requirement, please make this necessary changes. Again, consultant will make the necessary changes. Again, it will transfer to quality. Again, the business user will test it. If it is not fitting the requirement, again, it will send back. Again, this person will make the changes. So these iterations can go till the time user is not saying that it is matching my business requirements. Only when business user confirms, only when, this is very important, only when business user confirms that yes, now it is meeting my business requirements, then only it will move from quality to production. Now let's assume once it is moved to production, it resulted into error. Who is responsible? Who is to be blamed?
Business user.
Business user. Why? Because development was the responsibility of a consultant. Whatever testing was needed in the development, consultant has done it. After this, consultant has moved those changes in the quality. In the quality, who has given the go ahead that yes, everything is meeting my business requirement? It was a business user. If a business user has not tested it properly and he said yes, everything is meeting my requirement, move to production, there is nothing wrong. Like there is no blame to be done on the consultant because the business user has told you to move it to the production after testing it. If they have not tested, if they have taken it lightly, anything, so consultant will not be blamed at all. This is completely the responsibility of a end user to perform the quality checks, quality testing. So this is very important whenever you are working on the project. Till the time your customer, your end user is not giving you formal communication. Okay, it may be the ticketing tool, it may be the mail, it may be anything. Till the time your customer is not saying you that yes, I have tested it, it is meeting my business requirements, till that time it should not be moved into the production system. So if it is a big company, there are uh, lot of checks which are performed before the data is moved from quality to production. There are a lot of protocols that you have to follow. So they will not allow anything to move from quality to production. They will ask the business user to submit a lot of UAT documents, then only they move to the production. But normally in the smaller companies, because there are no protocols, there are no documentations. Okay, so what happens is just a verbal communication. Yes, 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 I've checked in quality, move it to the production. So these verbal communications are big risk. So even if you are working in a small company, you should always ask your customer to provide a formal mail, if not more, just a formal mail that I have tested and you can move to the production. Don't go with the verbal conversations. Okay, that is something which you should take care. Otherwise, what happens is it is not you who are blamed. Ultimately, it is your company which should be blamed. So if you are working for any consulting company and you are working with the customer system, ultimately that company will get all the blame that the consultants they have sent are not worthy and unnecessarily they have created a business issue. So just make sure your quality system is in between. Quality system is a system which would be used by your business users to verify that whatever changes you have done in development, whether they are meeting the business requirements or not. If they are not meeting the business requirements, again, you will do some changes in the development. You will push it to the quality, end user will verify it, and only when he confirms that yes, move it to the production, then only you will move to the production. So if you have that mail that I have tested it, move it to the production, then it is not your responsibility. Whatever goes wrong, even if the system is down for 3 days, you are not at risk because you already got a formal communication that this has been agreed and then only you moved it to the production. Okay, so you have development system, quality system, production system. Let me enter some important things here. So development system is used to perform all SPRO configurations whenever a new system is implemented or whenever an existing system is, you can say, adjusted, which means whatever functionalities are working, you want to adjust those to meet the new business requirements. Okay, so even if you are going for the new implementation, there is no production system at all. So you start with the development. So initially, let's say you are working on the new implementation project and it will take 1 year to complete the implementation. So on maybe after 3 months, you will get a development system. After 6 months, you will get a quality system. And after the 9 months only, you will be getting the production system. So even in the new implementation projects, you have to start from the development system itself. Okay. So development system is used to perform all SPRO configurations. Consultant is responsible for performing the configurations, doing the unit testing before sending the changes to quality. So as a consultant, if you directly move it to the quality and if something goes wrong, although there is not huge impact, but still team can tell you, have you not tested before moving to the quality? But that is not a big risk. Okay, obviously you should always test it before you move to the quality, but at least it is not a business risk. Okay, so it is always our responsibility to do the testing before you move into the quality. What is a quality system? This is a system, this is used by business users to verify the changes are meeting the business requirements. It is business users' responsibility to test each and every scenario and give the go ahead to move the changes to production. Okay, and lastly, the production system is used to carry out day-to-day business transactions. Okay, so normal day-to-day transactions are carried out in production system. This is a system which is actually being used by the management to generate the reports. Okay, so it is day-to-day business transactions and to generate various different reports. Clear on this? So what is development? What is quality? What is production? How the changes will move from development to quality and quality to production? So there is something called as transportation management. What do you mean by transport management? Moving the changes from development to quality and moving the changes from quality to production. This is part of basis activity. Okay, as a functional consultant, you will do the changes in development, you will check it, you will verify it if it is working or not. If it is working, you will go to the basis team and you will tell them, please move these changes from development to quality. Okay, so development to quality movement would be done by basis team. Same way, once it is tested in quality, once the business user has given you the go ahead and make these changes in the production system. Again, the transportation management team from basis will perform the transport from quality to production. Okay, clear? What is the difference between development, quality, and production system? Any questions? Okay, if not, let me also introduce. Raj has mentioned some point in the chat screen. These are the minimum systems which are required. 3 systems are minimum systems which are required: development, quality, and production. Now, in addition to this, if a customer feels that there is a need of another system also, so now normally what they do is there is a training client which is a separate client. So if you want to provide a training to your business users, although you can conduct that training in the quality system also, but some customers will say, no, I don't want to touch my development, quality, and production for the training. So they will create a separate training system. Okay, this will be a fourth system, but it will not be in this sequence. The sequence would be development, quality, and production. This would be the independent system. Okay, and then one more is there, which is called as pre-production. So normally pre-production and quality normally are used for the same purpose, just to verify that everything is fine, everything is working before the things are moved to the production. But 90% of the time, you will find development to quality, quality to production. In very rare cases, you will find that there are additional systems which are also part of the landscape. So when we say SAP landscape consists of at least 3 SAP systems. What are those 3 SAP systems? Number 1 is development, number 2 is quality, and number 3 is production. These are optional.
Is sandbox and pre-prod same?
These are all optional. So you can give whatever name you want. Those are all optional systems. So sandbox, this is also optional. What you said, pre?
Sandbox and
Pre-prod
quality
and
are more or less the same, isn't it?
Yeah. See, as I told you, you can serve all the purpose from these 3, but there are some companies who will say, no. I want to give the training on some other system. I want to try my various different scenarios just for the testing purpose in the sandbox system. Before the data moves from quality to production, I want a pre-production system. So these are all additional things which are optional. These 3 are at least mandatory. When you are working on the on-premise system, these 3 are mandatory.
Can you tell something about the transportation IDs, please?
No, that we will see when we will do the transaction. We have still not done any transaction. So at this moment, it would be difficult for you to understand what is transport ID.
Okay, fine.
In the next session, when we will start doing the configuration in the system, enterprise structure, even if you create a company code, it will generate a transport ID.
Any
Vikram,
changes? Oh, sorry, please go ahead.
I'll ask after. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Akshay.
In ECC we do have performance testing also, correct? So I don't think it will be required in HANA because it is it's a high performing system, correct?
No. See, irrespective of whether it is HANA or ECC, if it is required, you can bring it into the HANA also. But again, that is optional. As I told you, there can be many other systems which you want to bring in for different purpose. But mandatory, these are the mandatory systems.
Okay.
You can name whatever. You can create your own name also, that I want this system for some other purpose. You can create that system. That is not a problem. But ultimately, that is not something which is mandatory. These are the only mandatory systems.
Understood.
Okay, we know this asking the question on the chat screen. If I have on-premise license and I'm hosting on AWS, then the customizations are allowed or not? What do you think?
Yes, I think.
It is allowed.
Exactly. If it is a on-premise system, if you got a license of on-premise, you have the complete flexibility. You can use the customizations, you can use the SPRO. Only if you are getting S4HANA cloud license, then you don't have that flexibility. As long as you are having on-premise license, all the SPROs, configurations, customizations, you are the owner of that system. You can decide what you want to do out of that system.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. If not, I need one more session which would be common. Although I can take it individually now onwards, but why I want you all to be in that one session is normally what happens is this is a good chance that you will be able to understand the integrated scenarios. Normally, what happens if you go for any training, even if you go for SAP training, if you are going for the MM training, you will be only told about the MM objects. The FI, integrations are not touched much. But since we are all together here, let's try to have one session common where we will understand the cross integrations also. Okay, so it should not happen that if I am MM consultant, if I even don't know what is a sales organization, that is fine with me. If I am a SD consultant, why should I know what is a company code? Definitely from the books point of view is fine, but when it comes to the practicality, if you don't have basic idea of all these three modules, it would be very difficult to survive. And that is the reason I want one session which is common, where we at least understand the enterprise structure from the cross module point of view. And then once the enterprise structure is ready, we can segregate our batch into three parts. So there will be separate FI, separate MM, and separate SD. So next Saturday session, we will keep it common. From Sunday onwards, we will bifurcate into three different batches. Okay, and again, as I told you, towards the end, once we complete all the module-specific settings, module-specific scenarios, then we will meet again towards the end of the course, where again there will be the common topics. For example, how to design the FS, how to migrate the data using LTMC, how system conversion projects works. So that is common for all.
Vikram, I have a question.
Yeah.
At the end of this training, can we write the exam for the certification, the basic one?
Definitely. Yes, for each module. So for example, if you are going for FI, you'll be able to write FI exam. If you are going for MM, you will be able to write MM exam, and SD1 will write SD exam. That is definitely for sure.
Thank you.
Vikram, is SD and MM training also you are taking, is it? Or some other consultant?
Yes, Deepak, I am taking all three.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
Okay, so maybe if no other questions, we can stop here and we will meet next Saturday.
Will it be at 7:30 or 8:30 the coming Saturday?
Most probably 7:30, but if there is any change, I will confirm.
Thank you.
I prefer 8:31, Vikram, if possible, but that's not compulsion.
Yeah, if it is
Let's
possible.
do one thing. One common session we will continue at 8:30, and then we will decide. Because
Okay.
next one we need to adjust all the three batches before 12. Okay, so that is the reason we need to start a little bit earlier when we are.
Okay.
We can next time at 8:30, not a problem.
Thank you.
Okay then, thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Vikram. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.